Welcome to the Inspired Connection. I am so happy that you are here. Truly, this is the place to build your true potential. It is about fueling your purpose, building your passion, building your authenticity and your strategic action to create purpose to profits, to align your purpose with your profit.
Yay, yay, yay. That is right. And here we are at the Purpose to Profits Rainmaker interview series. And I'm so honored today to be interviewing Michelle Lee Myrter. We have been fast friends on Zoom for a number of years, and we got to meet each other in person in Harmony, Pennsylvania a few weeks ago. So Michelle, thank you for jumping on here because your story is so inspirational, and I really know that people need to hear the power of purpose and how that leads to profit. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carolyn Cooper, and I am the proud leader of the Inspired Connection. And to me, it is about purpose, aligning your core values in order to take that strategic action and create those results. So are you ready to align your mission with your margins? I sure hope so. So we will be on here for 15 minutes. And what you will discover in this contribution of time is how Michelle's really aligned her authentic truth with her core values, and how she has a process and signature platform that she really supports her clients to take bold, inspired action with their communications, with their sales, and with their results. So let me introduce you to Michelle Lee Myrter. She really has taken her pain and transformed that into her purpose to make more money. And she makes it in such a clear, meaningful direction and reflection of the lives and changing many people's lives all over the globe because of it. So she's an award-winning certified bank coach and licensed trainer, keynote speaker, and networking ninja. She has more than 30 years experience in corporate sales and many years in network marketing, direct sales. She takes the implementation of bank, and she has supported her startup company to go from 0 to over 2 million in less than 3 years. That's extraordinary. Bank also saved her relationship with her son. So seeing the power of bank, Michelle's found her purpose and passion. So Michelle, thank you so much for jumping on today. I just think everything that you stand for is so meaningful and purposeful. So my first question to you, what deeply held value or belief inspired you to start and align your purpose-driven business?
Well, Carolyn, first I want to say I'm so excited to be here. So thank you for having me. And, when I was going through my journey, when people would ask me, like, what are your values or what's important to you? I would say 3 things. I would say God, family, business, right? Like that's pretty much what I would say. I kind of didn't have that self-awareness of what are my core values? I don't know, right?
Yeah.
And so how I ended up getting involved in this was clearly by accident. So what was driving me when I first met Sherry Tree, the one who created the bank system, was money. I wanted to make more money. I was starving, literally not getting paid, trying to make something of my life and build a business from nothing. So that's what originally drove me. But what I found out was what Sherry had was the secret to the self-awareness of what are your core values and what's your operating system. Because first you got to figure out who you are. And I had no idea who I even was at that point. Yes. Then it was understanding who's in front of you, whether it's your prospect, your client, your customer, or your child or spouse or partner.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I came into this as a client trying to grow my business. And what I took away from it was the ability to, yes, grow my business in a rapid amount of time and sell it, but to have a relationship that I would have never been able to have with my own son.
And what's more meaningful than that? Nothing, truthfully. And you and your son found a way that you could communicate together and bring your relationship back to be connected, right? So can you share just a little bit about, what that was, but also the end result of having that understanding and gift with that relationship with your son?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was super simple. It took less than 90 seconds. So what happened was I was going through this program as a client, and the first day I realized, oh my gosh, I blew it with my child for 18 years. I did it wrong. I am so not proud of that. And I would give anything in the world to have that back. But all I can do is move forward. And now we have the best relationship ever. And so we have cards. That's the key. So Sherry created the system where you have 4 cards with values on them. And every single human being is made up of all 4. The key is to figure out what that combination is, because there's 24 different combinations. And so as soon as I started understanding, I knew exactly what his code was. He came home, he was ready to go back to school and never have another conversation with me. And I said, I'm sorry, I did it wrong for 18 years. Can you just do me a favor? I had him sort the cards, and then I laid out my code and his. And that's when everything clicked. That's when both of us realized, oh my gosh, we're just wired differently. Yeah. It's not personal, it's personality.
Right. So what happened after that was an understanding of both of you truly not having this opportunity of understanding that truth and then being able to function from that moment forward.
Exactly. So it's being able to look at the world through different lenses, and not just what's my dominant, but what is my full code? Because you can shift and flow. So how do you meet somebody where they are 100% of the time? So at that very moment, I said, oh my gosh, I just landed on gold. I need to immerse myself in this, not only to save my business, but to save my relationships with everyone in my life, because I had been running people over. And people say, well, how are you changing the person you are? Absolutely not. You're just changing your language so that you can meet people where they are 100% of the time. If you go to a foreign country, are you going to expect everybody to adapt to you, or are you going to learn the language of the people? Yeah. And that's exactly what this unlocked for me. So I immersed myself in literally listening to everything, the trainings every day to get certified to level 5, to live, breathe, and work from that understanding of people. All of us work with people. We do all these other trainings. Yeah. But when it really comes down to it, we just need to work on understanding people. And yes, all the other trainings are very important, but the most important thing is people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's how our businesses flourish. That's how we attract, our ideal clients to work with. I mean, how are we going to know other people unless we take that intentional step to be curious, to respect them for their personality? Because it's not personal. I love that. It's not personal. It's personality.
Well, exactly. Carolyn, think of how many times you've had a conversation that escalated into an argument. And at the end of the day, people are wasting 20 minutes, a half an hour arguing over something. And then at the end of the day, they're like, that's what I was saying the whole time. You were both saying the same thing, but no one could understand. They couldn't see or hear each other. It's just coming from a different language.
So learning this, receiving the knowledge, implementing it into your life and your business, what kind of passion has now been percolating for you that's really taken your business and personally into thriving in your business and really making an impact in the world. Can you share how that has happened as well?
Of course. So, when you start to put people first and you truly start to understand them and work on what's important to them, it doesn't matter what's important to me. It's all focused on the other person. And when you do that, your world shifts, not just within business, but within your life. You have less stress, you have less conflict, you have better relationships, deeper relationships than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
And your business booms. It blows up. It just, because you're able to relate to the other people, you're able to give them what they need and in half the time. So you don't have to spend endless hours of asking questions and trying to figure out, okay, what do they need? What do I need to say? Oh, I got to know. And they just keep going on this hamster wheel.
Right.
When they can literally unlock the key when they figure out what Sherry figured out for all of us.
I have the key right here.
Exactly. Boom.
Absolutely, boom. And, I think the world is suffering so much right now, Michelle, to be honest. There's a lot of businesses that are suffering, that aren't creating the results that they want within their business to provide for their families, etc. And, when there are solutions and answers to those obstacles and challenges, it is our responsibility as business leaders to really step up to share that. Now, I would love if you would share a moment, specifically other than your son, but in business, where you really felt that your service contribution made a difference for that business person.
So one of my clients increased their sales 400% in 30 days. 400%. And when she came back to me, she told me her story. And she said, but that's not the biggest reason that I love that I took this course and the training. And I said, well, tell me more. She said, it saved my relationship with my husband. Wow. When you can make an impact in someone's personal life and their business life, you have a winner, a game changer. You've now given that person a gift that is priceless.
Yeah. Well, and that they can carry forward into their business in the future and all the relationships.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Now, tell the audience and let them know what's an opportunity as far as a connection with you, a next step that they can participate in.
Well, I can give everyone a link where they can crack their code and get a free report, because it starts with self-awareness, and they are welcome to connect with me. Jump on my calendar. I'm everywhere.
Yes, you are. You are. And I do see you everywhere too. You also have trainings coming up, which is wonderful. So lots of opportunity for those folks who may be watching this that are curious and are looking for answers or looking for solutions to expand their sales, to grow their business, to understand their clients, to understand their families, etc. So, thank you for that. And my last question is this: so, what systems or tools have you really found the most useful in managing your purpose-driven business efficiency?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, because we actually have tools that come with our program. So there is ways to maximize what you're doing with your time, your intention, with tools like AI. You can literally crack codes with LinkedIn, and there's a chat GPT now that's incorporated that has banking into it. So those are the tools I use every single day to maximize my results and optimize my business.
Absolutely. And I mean, AI has just changed the entire foundation of truth in how we can communicate. I mean, and customize in beautiful ways. There's people that have not taken that dive yet. And I just invite people to be open and curious in regards to the power of what AI can do with an intentional, meaningful foundation of results that they can create. So thank you, Michelle, for coming on the Purpose to Profits Rainmaker. And for those people that are listening, please know that you can reach out to Michelle on LinkedIn. The information is down below this recording. And Michelle, I wish you continued success, and also just making such a massive difference in the world by supporting people to elevate their sales, to make better connections with their clients as well as their prospects, and to really open their eyes to understanding that all relationships can be meaningful. So thank you for the way you contribute.
Oh, thank you for having me, Carolyn.
My pleasure. So thank you and we'll see you again next Monday at 1:30 on our Purpose to Profits Rainmaker interview. Take good care.